Hello beauties, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome and thank you for joining today. Today's video is going to be about something I've been looking forward to trying. It's the Chanel Summer Nights collection. I did look at it and I've swatched it, but I have not used it. I haven't even tried it. So today's video is going to be a first impression about this product, not the final impression. I'll use it some more. I created the look on my face right now using the summer collection as well as the Beige. So if it's something you're interested in and you would like to see how I achieve this look, don't go anywhere. Let's jump right into it. So let's go ahead and create a summer look, a perfect summer look with the Chanel Summer Nights collection and as well as the Beige collection, which came out for the summer. I was really excited to hear that this was coming out. I thought it was just going to be the Beige, but they came out with the Summer Nights. So we're going to do a look that will go from kind of from day to night during the summer. I've already done the Beige collection. I've already done a video with it and it's already out. So I'm going to put it in the description box. But today we're going to concentrate more on the Summer Nights collection. Let's see how it will perform. Is it good for my skin, hyperpigmentation, mature skin? How long will it last as well? Because it's been so hot, extremely hot. So let's see how that works out. So I'm going to start by putting on the foundation. During the summer, I like to use tints. I do not like to use like heavy makeup because of the heat. So I like to use tints, and I've been loving this Beige, and you can see it's halfway gone, and I just got it this summer. But I can't find the travel size anymore because I use 2 shades, so I might have to buy the full size. So I have it in deep and medium deep. Medium deep for the center of my face and deep for the outer perimeter of my face. So let's start with deep. I'm going to use BK Beauty 109 brush. And you can see as I'm doing this how much it blends into the skin, just giving it a glow but covering just enough. All right. I normally use about 4 pumps. As you can see, it didn't cover the hyperpigmentation that I have on my face. This is a birthmark hyperpigmentation here, but it just evens out my complexion, which is why I like it, not for it to cover imperfections on my face. I'm going to apply the medium deep in the center of my face. Oops. Same brush. And for the center of my face, I normally use 2 pumps. So this is all blended in, and we're going to move over to the next thing. So I have 2 of the concealers from Beige, one skin tone and one lighter to highlight. And like I said, I already have a video of the Beige collection where I reviewed it, so I won't be reviewing it here. So I'm going to just apply, and I like to let it sit. So I'll start with the either 110 or 101. I can't remember, but yeah. So this is quite light. I don't think it's going to cover my under eye circles or the hyperpigmentation or sunken eye, but it does correct it to be a more natural look. If you have more prominent under eye circles or hyperpigmentation, you might want to use a color corrector before applying this. This is quite light. So I'm going to let this sit a little. I normally leave it for about 5 minutes before I start blending it out. So I'm going to wait and I'll be right back to blend it out. So I think enough time has passed. Let's blend out the concealer. I'm using the F4 brush by Makeup by Mario, and I'm going to use the smaller side. So let's powder. I'm going to use Chanel La Beige powder, and I have it in, let's see, B110, and that's going to be for around my mouth and on my forehead. So this is what the color looks like. The It Cosmetics brush from Ulta. It's an Ulta exclusive, so it's just going to be around here. So I'm going to brighten it up a little using the B80. So we're going to leave this for a little bit as well. I think the concealer has stayed on long enough, so let's blend it out before I put on my the bronzers. Okay, using the same brush, I've cleaned it out a bit. It's going to be the F4 by Mario. So you can see it's just a very light brightening of the under eye. I'm going to blend it out a bit more. I'm going to use the Angie Hot and Flashy BK brush, and that's A506. It's a concealer brush just to get into this little place right here. So I'm going to put a light dusting of powder. I'm going to use the Chanel powder. This is translucent 2 natural. Yeah, 30 natural. So I'm going to use the Hourglass brush, and it's going to be the smaller side. So this I feel is too dry for my under eye, so I'm just going to put it this area. I will use something else for my under eye because I have very, very dry under eyes. So I'm going to use Pat McGrath under eye powder. It's almost finished. I have it in the yellow. So moving on to the star of the show, Summer Nights collection. So I picked two of the dual balms. This is new, and I picked Gentle Glow and Intense Glow. It had three of them, but I picked these two because that's what I think will suit my complexion or darker more. I believe Chanel has had for the highlighter. Oops, for the highlighter, I believe Chanel has this formula, or this formula is available, but this is the first time they're having a dual stick with the highlighter on one side and the blush on the other side. So I never did try that initial highlighter because, to be honest, I just recently started trying cream products. For me, it's always been powder or liquid. So this jelly foam texture, I don't know. I just started trying it last year, and that was because of the Dior, what do you call it? The Dior foundation stick, my all-time favorite. Let me give you some deets before we jump right into applying it. So it says it's multi-use dual-ended balm stick that enhances and illuminates the complexion and lips. So you can use it on your cheeks and on your lips. So for an instant glow. So let's try it. We'll try one on each side of my face and see how that comes along. Well, let me see. It is 12-month shelf life, made in Italy, and it costs, let me see, it costs $68. So what do we start with? I think I'm going to start with this. I do love the peachy orange colors during the summer, and this is quite summery. It is beautiful, but this is all for it's quite small. So that's it. I've wound it all up the way for the blush, and for the highlighter. Yep. So blush, highlighter, And this one is the Gentle Glow, and the color is Real Summer. Love it. Okay, let's do a swatch for the blush, for the highlighter. Pretty. So this is going to be a first impression. So I'm going to use a brush instead of swiping it off my face directly, because I don't know, I've never tried this formula from Chanel before. So let's try this. I'm using the Morphe brush M204. This works very well with balmy, creamy textures. So that's what I'm going to use on this side. That's really pretty. Oh wow, that's really pretty and glowy. Let's try the highlighter, and I'm going to use my fingers. Oh, that is pretty. Okay, I'll use this brush, the concealer brush from Sonia G. Oh, quite pretty. It just gives a glow. I don't see the pink color showing, so yeah, but it just gives a glow. And so you can see, it just gives a glow. The color doesn't really come out. Let's try the other one, the Intense Glow. This is so pretty. I love it. Let me know what you think. Yep. So the Intense Glow. This is more of like a berry color. That's what it looks like. That is quite pretty. This is the highlighter. Ooh, this gold is awesome. So using the same brush, I've wiped it off, the Morphe brush. I'm going to put this one. I'll wear this one more for nighttime. I think you can also share it down for the daytime, but let's see. Ooh, that is pigmented. That is pigmented. Beautiful. Well, let's keep going. We'll just have to share it out. You can see what the color looks like. It is very pigmented. Beautiful color. Let's clean it off a bit and go back. I'm going to tap this a little bit to share it out. So let's look. Gentle Glow Blush and Highlighter and Intense Glow Blush. Let's put on the highlighter, which is kind of like a goldish color. Show you again. These two Intense Glow, these two Gentle Glow. So let's see. Going to use my fingers first. Oh yeah, this is lovely. See that? Oh, I love this one. I love this color more on my skin tone of the highlighter. Here we go with the highlighter and the blush. Okay, I'm just going to put some under my eyebrow right here. Gentle Glow. This I'll wear more for the daytime, this one for the nighttime. I'm loving all of Chanel's offerings this year. They have been hitting it out of the park. Love it. And a little bit of Intense Glow on the side. So they're a bit more even right now. Let's jump into the other things I picked up from Summer Night. I picked up the Hydro Coco Rouge Coco Hydro Gloss. I picked it up in 446. Then I also picked up the Stylo Ombré Red Contour. I picked it up in baby yellow. They had 4 shades, and I wanted to try baby yellow. Thought it was going to look nice in the inner tear duct here, and as a liner on my skin tone. And then also the Baume is made in France, and it is 18-month shelf life, and it costs $50. Let me dust this off. I'm going to use maybe Makeup by Mario as what do you call it? As a primer. Magic Cups as the all over color. I picked it in 118 at Natural. So I'm going to use the Refer 15 brush to blend it. Add some more. I don't know how I feel about this. It's not, ooh, not my favorite. Let me put it that way. I'm having to put a lot, but maybe because of the primer I used. I'm going to put it right here. And then let's try on this side. This is not working the way I want it to work. So let's see. I think it might just be that I used the Makeup by Mario under this. So this is how Baby Yellow looks. Love the color, but I'm not sure. I'm a bit iffy on the formula. It's just not an easy blend when using it. Unlike the Dior, that's the Shadow Sticks Easy Blend. This needs a little bit of work, but it might just be what I have underneath. So I'll keep trying it, and we'll see about that. So I'm going to complete the eye look. Then using the shadow, this lighter one from Marc Jacobs to make it in the middle right here. That's the look using the baby yellow. Let me know what you think about it. Of course, everything I've used, I will put in the description box for you to see what I use, but I've completed my face. I put the finishing powder, put the eyeliner, and we're now going to go into the mascara. Yeah, I did pick up the Beige mascara in black, so that's what I'm going to use today. So completed eye look. By the way, if you're enjoying this, consider joining the community, the Fumsy Beauty community, by liking, subscribing, and commenting. I'll really love to hear what you have to say, what you think about the product, and did you get any? Did you buy it, or are you going to get it when it's on sale? So let me know. I would really like to hear what your thoughts are on this. So we're going to jump right into the lips, and so let's start with the Coco Balm first. This is Raspberry Kiss, and this is Tender Peach. Let's start with the Tender Peach. It's not meant to be that pigmented. It's just like a balm, like a wash of color. I personally, this, I wouldn't wear it by itself. I would personally use the liner with this. Let's wipe it off and try the other one. You know, you can also use the dual balm on your lips. So maybe we should try that. Let me put this on my lips. And this is the gentle glow before we go to the darker color. Because my lips are pigmented, it's not coming out as peach, more like a milky pink or so. And so again, I wouldn't use this by itself. I'll use it with a lip liner. So let me know what you think about both colors on the lips. And let's move to the darker one. See, on the paper it comes out as peach, but on my lips it's more of a pink color theory. Yep, Raspberry Kiss. Let's see how that looks. I like this. Raspberry. Wipe this off and try the Intense Glow on the lips. That's how it looks on the stick. This is a little bit different from the other one, from the Raspberry Kiss. This has more of a pinky raspberry look. Let me swatch it right here. Yeah, so this is the Dual Balm and this is the Raspberry Kiss. You can see it's slightly different. This, of course, is more pigmented. Let's put on the gloss. I love the way the gloss feels. It's really nice. Not much pigment on it. Feels really nice. It's a gloss, so it's glossy and smoothing. So this is Nacre from the lip gloss. This is the Coco Balm Raspberry Kiss, and this is the Dual Balm in Intense Glow. So they all kind of look, they're in the same family. All this. Final look. So final thoughts. I'm going to start by my least favorite, with my least favorite. And I guess from my comments throughout the video, you would know it's this Stylo pencil. Um, if you take a look right here, you can see it's already started fading. It's showing texture. So if you have any kind of texture on your eyes, it's going to show up. And even places I didn't know I had texture, this emphasized the texture. From all the collection, I would definitely skip this one. And I'm glad I only picked one because I would have been upset if I picked the three I wanted to pick. But yeah, this didn't flow well. I actually cleaned it up and then put it on again on this side. And still, I guess this side is better than this side. I still cleaned it up, removed the primer that I had put on, and still it was a bit difficult to work with. For me, the idea of the eyeshadow sticks or pencils is basically for ease of use, something you can just put on your eyes and you leave. This didn't live up to the standard, but it's not that bad. But yeah, I wouldn't pick this up. Now, if you're really looking for an eyeshadow pencil that would work really well, I will suggest the Dior eyeshadow sticks. Those blend like a dream. Just put it on and you're on your go. You don't even have to use a brush or your fingers, but that's just very good. So that's my opinion on this. But it is not bad. It's just something that you would have to put much work into to get it to work. So the next thing will be the lip products. I do like the lip products. I have nothing bad to say about it. The lip gloss, I think I actually prefer the older one that has been discontinued before they came out with this new formula. I think that one is more pigmented, but I had run out of the shade I liked in the older one and I couldn't find it anywhere. So even before the reformulation, my favorite lip gloss from Chanel was discontinued. So I wanted to pick up this one. This one is good. The new one, it's very smooth. It's high shine. I'm just not in love with the color I ended up picking for my complexion. I'm not in love with that color. I thought it would work. But apart from that, it's really nice. I'll probably pick one or two more colors because I do like the formula. It's really nice. Then with the Coco Baume, these are balms basically. So I'm not expecting a lot of pigment, a lot of payback from swiping it. But again, the colors I picked, not in love with it. I do love peach, orange, tangerine, those kind of colors during the summer on my skin tone. But this year or with this collection, it didn't work very well. But it is nice, especially the tender peach color. If you use a lip liner, I wouldn't just use it alone. So on my lips right now will be a mixture of the tender peach and the gentle glow from the balm. That's what I have on my lips, and I used a lip liner from MAC, and it looks real nice on the lips. I really love that. So that's what I ended up putting on my lips. Now to the star of the show, this Baumes. This is lovely. The formula is lovely. The colors are lovely. There's high pigment payback. Easy to use. Does not emphasize texture, and it gives a nice summery uh, glow on the skin. I mean, you can always put a powder to tame it down. I used powder as well. The Hourglass finishing powder, I used it all over my face because it was too glowy. But if you don't want that much glow, don't use the highlighter, just the blush. But this is so lovely. I really enjoyed using this. I'll use the gentle glow during the day and the intense glow at night. So this look that I did create will go from day to night. I really like how the look came out with using the summer nights. To be honest, I'm so happy with Chanel. Lately, they have been dropping products that are awesome, easy to use, would cater to a wide range of skin tones. So I really love that they did that, especially with the Coco Balm.